Welcome in at 6 o'clock, and you are in focus. A lawmaker tells the In Focus team not enough is being done about the mold in some Howard County schools. Investigator Amy O'Bear finds out what's next and what he says should happen.
This summer, concerns about mold in Howard County schools shot to the forefront.
What we said to them is, hey, you guys have been covering this up. That's an obvious thing that's happened here. What are you doing about it? And how are these kids going to be protected into the future?
Weeks before, Glenwood Middle School parents were notified that mold specifically was reported at Glenwood Middle School. Delegate Warren Miller demanded answers.
It's shocking to me in discussing this with some of the school system officials and even school board members, the lack of concern that is apparent and that they've exhibited.
On July 2nd, he wrote an email to the superintendent about mold at Glenwood, saying in part, this is a major concern amongst parents with children that attend GMS or will be attending. After a response from the school system that he says didn't address his concerns, he wrote back, my letter to Dr. Foose requested information regarding mold remediation. I would appreciate an update for the concerned parents through the PTSA regarding mold remediations, not just the HVAC replacement. Then Communications Director Rebecca Amani-Dove later wrote the Executive Director of Facilities Planning and Management, saying Renee asked that you give Delegate Miller a phone call to discuss the mold remediation rather than craft a second written response.
I agree with the parents that we need to look into this. We need to make sure our schools are safe settings for our children to learn and for our teachers to teach.
Delegate Miller says perhaps it's time for a change, saying the Board of Education needs to get back to the basics and focus on maintaining the buildings, even saying if it comes to it, legislation could be what makes a difference.
The state gives a lot of money to Howard County Public Schools, and I have to vote on that budget. So, no, I don't work for the superintendent. I work for the parents out here, and if parents are concerned, that's my key job, is to express their concerns.
Now, Amy reached out to the Howard County school system days ago asking for an on-camera interview or even a comment. They haven't responded to our request. And we dig deeper on this story and we find out what legislation could be in the works for Howard County. That story tonight on ABC 2 News at 11 o'clock.